Okay, I think just one question on grade 12 Euclidean for this. So let's quickly run through. Quite a lot of work has been done. Again, let's learn the skills of, if they ask me this, what should I do in order to get my answer as quickly as possible? Right. First thing is to read, which you don't like doing. The first thing you guys do is to come here. And that's a problem. I'll tell you what's a problem. In a diagram, PQ is a tangent. I'm stopping. I stop reading and look for what? PQ. I want you to see what I'm going to do. PQ is a tangent. Check here. I am instantly checking if that is a tangent. I want you to see how I will be working this through. If that is a tangent, I already see that there is a chord there. I'll use color codes. So if that is red, Q1 is red, which chord am I looking at? I'm looking at this chord, right? What do I need to do? Find where the chord subtends on the circumference. Does that make sense? So already I know my Q1 is what? Well, let's use X. If Q1 is X, R2 is what? X. What is the reason? Tan chord. I might just need it somewhere. Okay, done. R is a point on the circle and S is a point outside the circle. RS and RP cut the circle at T and M. Okay, let's just go check T and M. ST cuts that. Now, KT is what? Parallel. Once I see parallel, what am I thinking of? Fun angles. Let's go check those parallel lines just to be able to see what the examiner is all about. Just observe. Observe my parallel lines. I hope the green is fine. Oh, beautiful. I can already see angles that are equal. All right. Blah, blah, blah. How do we answer this question? PMQ. Similar to what? PQR. What is the skill? List the angles. You see, you're not doing so many things. That's the first thing that comes to your mind. List the angles. So I'm going to do that list with you. P, M, Q, and what? P, Q, R. Let's go to the diagram. P, M, Q. Let's list it here so we don't have to go forth and back. P, M, Q, and what? P, Q, R. Come everybody, I'm going to highlight it for visibility. P, where's P? M, Q. All right. What do you see? P, it's P2, M4, Q1. So I'm going to write it out. P2, M4, Q1. Now PQR, come, let's go. Where's my highlighter? PQR, P, I want a highlighter, come on. PQR, it's P, it's Q, it's R. Okay, can you tell me the angles that you see? P2, in that order. Q1 and 2, and then what? R2. Okay, so what do we have? Shoot, help me. P2, Q1 plus Q2. Check. Come on. I'm done with the first one. By the way, as I was drawing, I saw that you guys were seeing that Q1 and R2 are already done. These ones are equal. What's your reason? 10 chord. And all I need is 2. I'm done with that first question. I'm not looking everywhere for stories. I don't know if that made sense. Okay, so how do we write down our answer? P2 equals to what? P2. Okay, I'm writing my answer now. What do I have? Angle P2 equals to angle what? P2. In the two triangles, what do we say? Common what? Angle. Which one did we prove? Q1 equals to what? R2. Q1 equals to what? And what's your reason? tan chord. Automatically, what can you tell me? Angle M will be equal to angle what? Q. Even if you don't now write the whole thing, angle M4, but let's write equals to what? Q1 plus what? Q2. What will be your reason? Third angle. Therefore, go back to the way they wrote it. Triangle what? PMQ is what? Similar to triangle what? PQR. What's your reason? Angle, angle, angle. I'm done with the first one. You see, you're not wasting time, and you can see the mark allocation. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once you are done with that, don't worry about the next question. What do? Write your ratios. Before you go to the next question, what is my ratio here? You want to help me? Let's come here and write the ratios. What would it be? PM over PQ, first two, last two, MQ, last two again, QR, first and last, PQ over what? PR. Just leave it there.
So, with this question, when you say PM over PQ is equal to
PQ over PR. Yes, you can. Yeah, perfectly allowed, because we can prove it there. Now, look at the next question. Go and observe. What are we showing? PQ squared. Wait, what does PQ squared mean? It means PQ times PQ. Okay, the first thing is I'm going to go check my ratio, the antique. I have PQ, PQ, PM, PR. Okay, PQ, PQ. Here we are playing. We're done. Question is done. So, what would I say? I'll come here and say PM over what? PQ equals to what? PQ. What's your reason here? Similar triangles. Cross multiply. PQ squared equals to what? PM and PR. We're done. Once you finish your similarity, put the ratio somewhere. That question next may be connected to it. Okay, number 3. Show that M1 is equal to PSR. Can we go back to the diagram? Prove that what? M1 is equal to what? PS. Let's go find the angles first. Observe what about the angles and find a reason for their what? Equality. Already we know that they are equal. They didn't say prove whether they are equal. They are sure. Okay, M1 PSR. Let's find M1. Where is M1? M1. Oh, M1 is here, right? Okay. Where's PSR? This guy. Let me use a blue one. All right. Guys, let us observe. I'm done already. I'll tell you why I mean I'm done. Let's observe. Do you notice that this angle is touching a parallel line? If it is touching a parallel line, it means it has something to do with F, U, or N. Let me call this angle for ease, let's call it small a. You are allowed to do that when you're working. Okay, because it is connected to a parallel line, let's try to find out an angle that this will be equal to. Check there. Do you see my F there? Grade 8. So which angle? T2. Oh, T2 is what? A. Corresponding what? Angle. There must be a link between that T2 and M1. Let's go study M1. Study M1. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see a cyclic quadrilateral. No. Yeah. Can you see a cyclic quadrilateral? What do you know about the cyclic quad? Exterior angle is equal to what? Where is the opposite? So if that is A, are we not done? We're done. Make sense? Guys, please, the last questions will always be a bit rocky. You cannot mess up these top questions. It's a cascading. They cannot start from something very difficult. No. It's cascading. The first one will welcome you. It's giving you coffee. Second one, when your coffee is finishing, we serve you biscuits. The third one now, we serve you chili. Not just cold chili, hot. Its temperature is hot. Texture is hot. You are sweating and you are looking at time. So you cannot mess up when drinking a nice cup of tea. You understand what I'm saying? So be careful. Okay, let's write this answer down. What are we going to write? This angle is equal to T2. What's your reason? Corresponding angles. And T2 is equal to what? M1. Exterior angle of what? Cyclic chord. Okay, do you remember the letters? PST is equal to what? T2. Number 3, PST is equal to what? T2. Corresponding what? Angles. I don't remember the lines that are parallel. KT and PS. And that T2 is actually equal to what? M1. Exterior angle of what? Cyclic quadrilateral. Therefore, since they use PSR, let's also use it. Therefore, PSR is equal to what? M1. Make sense? We're good, everybody? Okay. Let's breathe. 6 marks. Here you need to gym a bit. But don't let's worry and be scared. I'll tell you what's coming to my head. Show that PQ is equal to PS. It means that PQ is PS. Look at question 2. What do you notice? PQ squared. It therefore means that I can conclude that what? PS squared should also be equal to what? PR PM. Does that make sense? Because they told me PQ is equal to PS. So I'm working backwards. Now that I have that, let's work backward. How will you get PS? I'm working backwards, right? PS, PS. And then PR, PM. If I can get this, I'll cross multiply to get that. And since PRPM is what? PQ, then PQ squared will be equal to PS squared. Square root of both. Can you see my working backwards? Now that I have this, how many letters are on the left? You are always looking for 3 letters. P, S, and what? R. I want to check. Is that a triangle? I don't know. What about this one? P, M. If both triangles are similar, I'll write my ratio. I'll cross multiply. And I'm done. Let's go check. Is PSR a triangle? Please take note. We are looking for what? PSR and PMS. PSR and PMS. Come, let's do it here. PSR and PMS. Okay. Guys, let's trace. P what? S. Oh, beautiful. Now, in this case, the examiner did not give you the similarity. You are the one trying to prove it, right? So it's not in order. But when you are writing your answer, you write your answer in order. Okay, so I'm just writing PSR. What do you notice? Which angles? P1, S1, S12 and what? R1. It's not in order. What did we say? P1, S1 plus, S2. What about PMS? Does it exist? PMS, what do you notice? P1, M1, S1. Let me highlight it for those of you at home. PMS. P1 is not in order. P1, M1, and what? S1. Kind of just works for us though. Do you notice that P1 is equal to P1? Common angle, so we are done there. Wait, S1 plus S2, didn't we prove that? We said it's A, right? What is our M1? It's also, that has been done, proven. Do we need to stress about the third one? Can I do my write-up on the side? And this one is just so good that it just automatically just arranges itself. Sometimes we get lucky. So what do we say? Triangle PSR, we are comparing that to triangle what? PMS. Angle P1 is equal to angle what? P1. What do you say? Common what? Angle. S1, or we can call it PSR since we used it earlier, is equal to what? M1. What's your reason? Proven. Therefore, angle R1 equals to angle S1. What's your reason? Third angle. Therefore, triangle PSR is similar to triangle what? PMS. Once I do that, can I write my ratio? What do I have? PS over PM, SR over MS, PR, but I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, this middle one is useless, right? So PS over what? PM, PR, what's your reason? Similar triangles, cross multiply, PS squared equals to what? But that is also equal to what? No, this. It was also equal to what? PQ. Therefore, PS squared equals to what? Find the square root of both sides. It's not always this straightforward, trust me. But the skills will get you somewhere quickly. All right? It will help you move towards the answer, or than somebody who is just looking for everything everywhere. Somebody's busy finding K1 and K2 that we did not even touch. Somebody's busy with what? Q2 and Q3 and Q6 and Q6, as if you are driving an Audi car. You know, you don't need all of those. It is the skills that count. Talk to me, those of you at home. Are we okay? Linda Hoodley, you found it difficult, but do you see what I did? It's about the skill. Step-by-step approach. If I'm given this is how I approach it. If I'm given that, even if you don't get it, you would have moved a bit closer. You understand what I'm saying? Absolutely, absolutely. And mind you, those top questions, you are making sure that those ones are correct. And you are also maximizing what? Euclidean, you know you can do that Euclidean question for the whole 3 hours in the paper. I'm telling you, that thing can frustrate you. And it frustrates you so much, now you can't even find 1+1 anymore. All right, guys, this is going to be, for now, we will stop here on Euclidean. We're moving to the next concept. Okay.